Hey Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st reading for the final 2 weeks of the month. This is your first time to the channel, welcome. Thanks for watching. Please do go ahead and check out the description box below where you're going to see links to my Facebook page, my Instagram page and my website address, where you'll learn a little bit more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer. Now, on Instagram and only on Instagram, you will get the weekly quick reads. They're posted every weekend in time for Monday. So this week's reading for Monday, the 20th of July, is already up for all of the zodiacs. On the YouTube channel, you will see fortnightly and monthly readings posted for the zodiacs. For those who identify as empaths, intuitives, and sensitives, okay? That's the focus of my work. That's the focus of my channel. I talk a lot about soul work, soul ascension, the awakening journey. I incorporate my knowledge of energy awareness and meditation techniques, healing techniques within all my readings. They're designed to connect empaths into the wisdom of their soul, the wisdom you already know within, Gemini. All right, so I do something a little bit different each time with my readings. I'm intuitively called and guided to sort of follow what's being looked for, I guess, in the collective out there. I wanted to do something a little bit different for the final 2 weeks of July. We are smack bang in the retrograde season, hence it's coming into our conscious awareness, all this deeper wisdom. We're taking a travel back through the timeline in many ways. It's where the retrogrades are, where the past shows up to play, gets our attention. Sometimes it doesn't have to show up as a person. Sometimes it's a memory and we're trying to still integrate some deeper healing so that we can truly transition into new versions of ourselves and ascend into new realities, paradigms, take it however it resonates. I'm wanting to do a check-in, if you like, a retrograde classroom to see perhaps what the majority of the Geminis I'll be connecting into might be experiencing during this retrograde season. Maybe this is coming into your awareness in the final 2 weeks of July. Okay, let's take a look, my lovely Geminis. Trust is an energy card that I have pulled, as well as doubt and grief. I do see I'm practically connecting into Geminis that have closed chapters. But ultimately, this retrograde season, this retrograde classroom is about reviewing your relationship with doubt when it comes to matters of the heart and when it comes to your intuition and your relationship with trust, and how ultimately it paves the way for how you see your past, your experiences, your options moving forward is what I want to say. Maybe in many ways we are resetting and reviewing the sacral chakra energy, which is our divine essence. It's our divine creativity, our confidence, our sensuality. It is the divine expression of who we really are on the inside, okay? And maybe sometimes we have to go through these healing moments in our timeline, Gemini, where we're processing doubt and really infiltrating the energies that affect us is what I keep hearing. And in many ways, I'm connecting into Geminis that are redefining their relationship with trust, their relationship with intuition, trusting that everything happens exactly as it's meant to get us to where we're meant to be going. Because I do see here you're walking away from some heavier emotions, okay? Like this is smack bang in the middle. You're connected into, maybe you're connecting into a healing time. Maybe you walked away from a situation, a career path, a reality, a way of being, living, loving, take it however it resonates. Processing this grief energy can take time. There's no rushing this thing. But the option then here in the retrograde classroom, as you find yourself in the final 2 weeks of July, is that as you lead towards the end of the year, as you make your way towards November when retrograde season does end in some way, there's going to be this lift, this transformation in your relationship with trust, okay? There's going to be this clearing of the heavier energies of doubt, and certainly there's going to be this fluidity that happens when it comes to processing this healing energy when it comes to grief and closing cycles, my love. And it's about reconnecting to your emotional body and nurturing self first and foremost, how we mother ourselves through endings, how we mother and nurture ourselves through times when we do need to heal after closing chapters, ending relationships, processing old memories of pain, trauma, whatever the case may be. The retrograde classroom is really inviting you into this energy of nurture. All right, Gemini, after perhaps feeling overwhelmed when it comes to your relationship with your emotions. There's a lot of emotions here, guys. 6, 7, 8. There's a lot of graduation energy and ascension energy. Look at this. Ascension energy. Sacral chakra, heart chakra, third eye chakra. Okay? What is it that you are creating that impacts the heart chakra and heartfelt expressions? I'm going to say pollutes, but also filters how you see yourself and your opportunities is what I do want to say. There's this new cycle, new way of doing things is what I'm feeling here, Gem. Okay? This new relationship with your emotions as you go on a journey back to the past life, childhood, a past connection, whatever, this past version of you where were you taught how to hold space for your emotions? Where were you taught what the emotional body was for you? How can you navigate a new relationship with it in some way? How can you mother your way, rebirth, regrow this connection to your emotions? Because as an air sign, it can feel foreign to your core. All right, maybe you have a lot of water placements in your chart, okay, which can feel quite conflicting to your core self because your core self is all up here. It's about needing to make everything logic so that you can ground down yourself wholly and completely. But there's this link to your emotional body, to that body that retrograde classroom is teaching you, this retrograde season is teaching you, and it's taking you on a trip back. Maybe June, July has been significant for processing the wisdom behind the overwhelm, okay, of a connection that felt like a soul bond, feeling overwhelmed by the soul bonds in my life. Take it however it resonates. First and foremost, your relationship starts with self, and it's about mothering the version of you want moving forward. And I feel many Geminis are, I was going to call you a Capricorn, maybe that's relevant to you. I feel like in many ways many Geminis are learning new ways in which to nurture and mother self. More importantly, nurturing new ways in which to identify with your emotions and how that is expressed, shared, and I keep saying what I'm wanting to say, electrocuted now. Do you find emotions electrifying? Do you find them like it's electricity, for good or bad? Take that how it resonates. It's relevant for someone out there, okay? 6, 7, and 8. There's this growth journey and letting go of the way in which you hold emotions, old experiences that have emotionally affected you, old emotions that are well and truly past their due-by date to be let go of, okay? When this Queen of Cups energy comes forward, there's a new heartfelt way in which to experience our emotions, Gemini, and I feel that's what's calling to many Geminis in many ways. Let's take a look what's happened in the recent past. An ending, a loss. Wow, underneath all this. So maybe you are processing, you know, a change and shift in career. Maybe you are experiencing extreme pain when it comes to an ending in your life that was significant to you, whether that was romantic or otherwise. Take it however it resonates. It's like being forced to face our emotions in many ways. Now this ascension energy continues. There's the 5, 6, 7, 8. There's this ascension that happens as you allow yourself to experience what is uncomfortable to you. And I feel like in many ways since May, maybe this kicked off in May, maybe the last 10 weeks, maybe the last 10 years is relevant in one way or another. Take those time frames however it resonates. I do see in the recent past, Geminis had to process this energy of betrayal, ending, but the worst is truly behind you in many ways, and this is that quiet space, that transitionary space that is the in-betweens. As doors close, we're not quite sure of which ones are going to be opening or what ones we choose to open moving forward. It's this 0 point field where we are finding ourselves alone, processing the remnants of that energy of the past. So this is that healing space perhaps that the retrogrades are offering you that can pertain to a current reality over the last however many years, okay? It can also pertain to how you never truly processed a loss that happened from trauma from way back when, because that is another gift that the retrogrades offer us when they do sort of start to permeate. There's a commitment here There's double 7s, there's double 8s, guys. Okay, you're in practical assessment mode moving forward. The final 2 weeks of July will see you decide what it is that you want to work on. And I'm even going to say, whatever it is that you've been through, and I feel like it's affected your emotions on deep levels, okay, this ending, this cycle you are closing out. I feel like when you turn to focus on work, not as a distraction tool, but if you channel that grief energy into your work, watch what you can achieve. Because there's ascension energy here in what is practical. By focusing on practical matters is going to help you navigate the discomfort that you might feel when you're wading through the emotional body. All right? As we go through healing, I always like to tell clients, process it at your own comfort rate. Healing doesn't just happen like that. Like, we might decide to think about it today or for a few days, but then actively choose to compartmentalize the parts of yourself that need to safely be compartmentalized, Gemini. Put it aside for today, and for the rest of the week, I'm simply going to just shut that off and focus on work, because I need that balance. It's this continual balance so we don't get lost in the feeling of overwhelm, especially when it comes to deep emotional work, okay? Because many of us haven't been taught in the societies that we live in, within the family values we were raised in, we haven't taught about the safety of our emotions. We've actually been taught to block them. I feel like I've got to connect to Geminis here and tell them to compartmentalize themselves in that regard, because it's very easy as an outsider like myself to say, I see here you're walking away, there's an ending behind you, it was hectic, it was heavy, look at all this great stuff you got to look forward to. It doesn't work like that. We're human beings. Healing happens at its own pace and our ability. That's why retrogrades will often bring up the past, because we've got unresolved stuff in one way or another. So distracting ourselves and blocking it out the way which we've always been taught, whether it's through focusing on work, will only then bring it up at some point in the future timeline, yeah? But what I am actually specifically talking about, and I feel it's going to be, so what I want to be able to say, Gemini, is that being able to compartmentalize ourselves like that can give us the freedom to put something down, put a task down, okay, and then be able to address something else that we can put our whole selves into, so we don't get trapped in the ebbs and flows of falling down, perhaps, as we tunnel vision on one area of our lives, of self, okay? So it's not about getting distracted, it's about actually shifting focus for the purpose of healthy balance too, okay, as we process this heavier stuff. All right. I do see here many Geminis in many ways after an ending, and this ending could very well have happened within career, within your finances. Take it however it resonates. I'm doing a practical assessment about their career choices moving forward, but I just want to say this is like a forward focus energy for me, focusing on this area of your life, how much you have achieved, how much successes that are tangible, what you tangibly bring to the table too as well, what you have achieved. And it doesn't have to be just monetary, it's the connections you make in life, the value you have brought into the relationships in your life. Take it however it resonates. There's a beautiful opportunity for Geminis here to truly work on a practical assessment of how far they really have come. And I do want to say there is a work-related choice after an assessment where you actually will achieve success in one form or another. And I think August really offers some grounding energy for you in this healing journey, okay? But if this is about connecting into a whole new level of trust within self, watch the hunches, the intuitive prompts that you're getting about what it is that you need to be working on, okay? Career-wise, money-related, whatever the case may be, I feel there's going to be this amazing, hey guys, come here, level of success for many Geminis when you do focus on this area of work throughout July and into August. Watch what you can actually achieve by the end of August is what I want to say, Gem. That then allows you this safety net of dealing with deeper healing energies that are asking you, come here please, come here, come on, that are asking for your attention too. And I get it, it can take quite a while to really process. Maybe this healing journey, this emotional healing journey spans, indirectly between May and October for you in one way or another, and November will close out. our retrograde cycle, Gemini. So let me please pull a Whispers of Healing Oracle deck to finalize your reading. I really hope you've gotten something out of that. It looks like the work focus will help balance this healing journey you are on as you close chapters in this retrograde cycle, as you let go of energy cords and the remnants and your ties to the times, like the deeper emotional losses that you've experienced in your life, okay? But like I said, there's this ascending energy here. There's this ascending energy, 5, 6, 7, 8. This infinite truth you are ascending into, this infinite wisdom of how the past and present, you know, the now and the future truly do connect, and how everything is infinite that exists as far as the deeper wisdoms that are trying to come through for us, so that we can learn to go with the flow. Look at that 8 showing up. I love how these cards are so synchronistic. It is the webs we weave, and how ultimately there's a purification here about some deeper transformations and a beautiful higher view. Look at the dragonflies. Maybe you're coming across dragonflies. Allow the ships to sail, to set sail. Okay? Do you see those ships? They're clouds. Allow them to set sail, is what I want to say. Situations, experiences, things that never worked out. Really ground yourself, connecting into earth energy. Look at that beautiful, see that figure in the background, really connecting into earth's energy and grounding yourself to the rhythms and cycles of nature, of life, can really help ground you down into the infinite wisdom of the rhythms and cycles that is also your healing journey, your soul journey. There's a purification happening here as we close off August, okay, for many of the Geminis I'm connecting into. And there's some beautiful transformation energy here too. As well, look at all those butterflies. Okay, my dear, I hope you've gotten something out of that, Gemini. If so, please do like, share, comment, and let your other empath and intuitive and sensitive friends know where to find the channel. If you haven't already, check out your July reading. And like I said earlier, head on over to Instagram where you'll see the quick read. Until next time, Gemini, enjoy the final 2 weeks of July.